Welcome to the Capybara English Listening Channel. Imagine that English suddenly became your key to your dreams. Traveling freely, discovering new opportunities at work, or having everyday conversations with people from all over the world. But there's one loud voice in your head that whispers, "It's too late. You're too old. It will take too long." Sound familiar? If so, it's time to silence that voice. This text will help you shatter the most common myths about learning English as an adult and finally believe you can master the language faster and more easily than you think. Get ready to learn how to conquer your fears, find real motivation, and turn learning English into an exciting adventure. 1. Wrong thinking. I am already too old. Many people believe that after age 30, 40, or 50, it is almost impossible to learn English. This is a very dangerous myth. It stops many adults before they even begin. Why is this not true? Adults do not lose the ability to learn. The brain can change and learn at any age. Studies show that new skills, including languages, help the memory and can lower the risk of dementia. There are many examples of people who start to learn a foreign language after age 50 or even 60 and succeed. Some people think children learn faster. This is only partly true. Yes, children can remember things easily, but adults have advantages that balance this. Adults understand grammar rules better. They can plan their learning. They have experience in learning and know how to study information. What to do? Stop thinking of age as a barrier. Instead, use your strengths: experience, discipline, critical thinking. Change your approach. Learning a language is not like school where you memorize rules. It is an interesting process where you can experiment. Instead of saying, "I am too old for this," say, "If I start now, in 1 year, I will know much more." Practical step: write down 5 things you learned to do as an adult. For example, driving a car, a new job, using a smartphone. This will show you that you can learn at any age. 2. Lack of motivation and a clear goal. Sometimes people start learning English because it is necessary, but this does not give them enough energy to deal with difficulties on the way to speaking freely. Why is this important? If the goal is not clear, studying can quickly become boring. Without a goal, the brain does not see information as important, and it is quickly forgotten. If there is no inner motivation, you will find excuses for not studying English today. What to do? Decide why you need English. Your goal must be clear. For example, I want to speak English freely for travel. I plan to move abroad, so I need to pass an interview in English. I want to read books in the original language. Write your goal on paper and put it in a visible place. Break your goal into mini goals. For example, if your goal is travel, the first step can be: learn 100 most common phrases for a tourist. Practical step: make a list of 3 situations where knowing English would help you feel more confident. 3. Expecting quick results. People often think they can learn English in 3 months. They buy courses that promise you will speak in 30 days and then feel disappointed when they do not see results after 1 month. Why is this a problem? A language is not just words and rules. It is a system that grows slowly. Learning a language is like a skill in sports or music. It is hard at first, but it becomes easier step by step. If you believe in fast results, you might give up when you face the first difficulties. What to do? Understand that learning a language is a long but interesting process. Stop waiting for instant success and enjoy studying. Make a realistic plan. For example, to learn level A2 in 6 months and B1 in 1 year. Practical step. Instead of thinking, I cannot learn the language fast, start looking at your progress. Write down what you can do after 1, 3, and 6 months. 4. Fear of mistakes and fear of speaking. Many adults are afraid to speak English because they fear making mistakes or looking silly. They delay speaking practice and focus on grammar and vocabulary, but when it is time to speak, they panic. This problem is not only about language knowledge, it is also psychological, so you must solve it not just with practice, but also with a change in thinking. Why do people fear speaking English? Fear of being laughed at. Many think that native speakers or friends will laugh at their pronunciation or grammar mistakes. Past experience. At school or in courses, teachers might have criticized mistakes, creating a negative feeling about speaking. Perfectionism. A person wants to speak perfectly, but that is impossible without practice, so they are afraid to say something wrong. Social anxiety. Some people find it hard to speak even in their own language, so it is even harder in a foreign language. Habit of studying passively. They read, listen, watch videos, but never speak. How to overcome the fear of speaking English? Stop thinking that everyone is judging you. Native speakers do not expect perfect pronunciation or grammar. They are used to people who speak English as a second language, and they are usually patient about mistakes. Remember how you learned to speak your native language. As a child, you also made mistakes, but adults did not laugh at you. They supported you and helped you improve. Focus on meaning, not form. Your main goal is to share your idea, not to make a perfect sentence. If you are understood, you have succeeded. Start with small steps. Speak out loud to yourself. Repeat after people speaking in videos. Write simple sentences and say them out loud. Record your voice. Record a short voice message in English. 1 week later, record another. Compare them and you will see progress. Find a safe place to practice. You can find a friend who is also learning English or a tutor who will support you. Use the neutral observer method. Imagine you are watching yourself from the side, like a character in a movie. This helps reduce fear and handle mistakes calmly. Practical step. Record 10 sentences in English on your phone. Then listen to them and try to say them again, but more confidently. 5. No regular study habit. Many people start learning English with excitement, spending 2 to 3 hours a day. But after 1 week, they lose motivation and stop. What is the problem? Without regular study, the brain forgets information. Regularity is more important than the amount of time. 15 minutes every day is better than 3 hours once a week. Many say they do not have time, but everyone can find 10 to 15 minutes a day. What to do? Make a study plan. For example, in the morning, 5 minutes to review words. At midday, watch a video. In the evening, write sentences. Use the 2-minute rule. If you do not feel like studying English, tell yourself, I will study for just 2 minutes. Most of the time, you will continue. Make learning a part of your life. Watch movies in English. Change your phone to English. Read the news in English. Practical step. Find 10 minutes in your schedule when you can study English without fail. 6. The wrong approach to learning. Adults often try to learn English the same way they learned it at school. By memorizing rules and word lists. But this method does not help an adult who wants to speak, not just know grammar. Why is the traditional approach not effective? A language is not mathematics. You cannot just memorize rules and immediately speak freely. Learning separate words is not very useful. If you know 1,000 words but cannot join them into sentences, they will not help you. Grammar without practice is useless. You might know all the tenses, but if you never speak, your brain will not use them quickly. How to learn English correctly? Learn through context. Do not just learn single words, but phrases and expressions. For example, not only book, but I'm reading an interesting book. Watch series. Listen to podcasts where words are used in real situations. The 80-20 principle. 20% of your efforts give 80% of your results. For example, in spoken English, 1,000 common words are used very often. If you learn them, you can start speaking. Use the communicative method. Speak English from day one, even if it is only short phrases. Practice asking questions and answering, because communication is not just rules, but sharing ideas. Practical step: write down 10 important phrases you need in life. For example, I need help with, can you repeat that, please? Where is the nearest? Learn them and start using them. 7. Only passive learning, no practice. Many people learn English passively. They read books, watch videos, but do not speak. That is like trying to learn guitar by only watching musicians play. Why does passive learning not work well? You may understand English but cannot speak it. The brain does not learn to form sentences quickly without active use. Speaking is a separate skill that needs practice. How to activate your English? Speaking practice. At least 5 to 10 minutes of speaking per day. Speak even to yourself. Describe your actions, your thoughts. Real-time translation method. Take a simple sentence in your language and translate it into English in your head. Writing practice. Write short daily notes in English about your day, plans, or thoughts. Practical step. Try to say 3 sentences in English about your day today. Even if it is just, I woke up, I had breakfast, I went to work, that is already practice. 8th, no proper learning strategy. Many people learn English in a random way. Today an app, tomorrow a course, the next day a YouTube video. This does not bring stable results. Why is having a system important? If there is no plan, you spend time on random learning and lose motivation. Without a system, you do not know where you are going or what you have learned. How to create a learning strategy. Determine your level. Take a free online test to see your current level. Choose a main method. For example, audio courses plus speaking practice plus watching videos with subtitles. Divide your study into 4 skills: reading, read news, books. Writing, keep a diary in English. Listening, watch series, listen to podcasts. Speaking, talk, record voice messages. Practical step: write a study plan for the next 7 days. For example, Monday, 15 minutes of speaking practice. Tuesday, watch a series with subtitles. Wednesday, learn new phrases. 9th, not wanting to change your habits. Learning English is not just a new subject. It is a change in lifestyle. If you study the language but do not use it, it does not become part of your life. Why is it hard to change habits? Comfort zone. It is easier not to learn English than to make an effort. No time. People do not want to change their daily schedule. Laziness. The brain resists new things. How to make English part of your life. Surround yourself with the language. Change your phone settings to English. Watch videos and read news only in English. Make small changes. Listen to podcasts on your way to work. Read at least one English article every day. Find joy in the process. Learn things that interest you, movies, books, games in English. Practical step: today, change your phone language to English. 10. Using the wrong materials. Many people start learning English with textbooks that do not suit them. How to choose the right materials. Use materials that match your level. Do not use only one textbook. Practice all 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing. Practical step: choose one study resource for the next 30 days and follow it. Conclusion: English is possible for everyone, but you must find your own method. Which of these reasons was your biggest problem? Write in the comments.